If there's one thing you can always count on from Palantir's co-founder and CEO Alex Karp, it's a sharp, unconventional perspective delivered with possibly zero apologies. Now, add Nicholas W. Zamiska, Palantir's head of corporate affairs, and together the two are set to drop the mic on Silicon Valley with their new book, The Technological Republic, Hard Power, Soft Belief, and the Future of the West. Crown Currency is publishing the book on February 18, 2025, and if the title doesn't already make you think of Cold War geopolitics mashed up with modern tech malaise, brace yourself, it gets juicier. This isn't your standard Silicon Valley cheerleader manual for founder hustle, or another play-by-play on how move fast and break things won the last decade. Instead, Karp and Zamiska deliver a sweeping cultural and historical critique of tech's soul drift, especially since World War II. And while it reads like an indictment of the Valley's navel-gazing consumer culture, it also asks bigger questions. Where did our ambition go? Why has America's greatest brain trust seemingly abandoned grand ideas, like national security projects or solving existential threats, in favor of apps that deliver food and entertain bored commuters? Let's rewind to World War II. America's best scientific and engineering minds weren't debating how to optimize ad clicks or whether your smart fridge could order oat milk. Instead, they were building radar systems, cracking Enigma codes, and yes, splitting atoms with Robert Oppenheimer. Hard problems. Existential stakes. Karp and Zamiska argue that this post-war generation operated with a unique cultural conviction that paired innovation with purpose. Compare that to today, 1945, build systems that end wars. 2024, optimize TikTok so I can swipe dance videos 12 milliseconds faster. It's almost comical. Karp and Zamiska, while avoiding outright finger-pointing, are clearly possibly tired of this Silicon Valley ethos where engineers, some of the brightest people in the world, spend their careers solving consumer-first trivia rather than tackling real-world crises. Ever wonder why food delivery app number 47 received $500 million in funding, but we still don't have cheap, clean energy? Much of the Technological Republic builds on Alex Karp's powerful New York Times essay from last July, Our Oppenheimer Moment. In that essay, Karp warned that the West's technological ambitions had been dulled, and its innovators lacked cultural conviction. He asked, what happens when the best and brightest abandon meaningful problems? Or worse, what happens when we leave existential challenges like national security or energy independence to nations that don't share our values? Karp isn't shy about implying who those other nations are. Whether it's China's rapid militarization of AI or Russia's brazen technological aggression, these are not soft belief players. As Karp wrote, these rivals are all in on building systems of hard power, technologies that control borders, command armies, and ensure dominance. And yet, Silicon Valley continues to pour billions into digital dopamine hits instead of advancing military and national security capabilities. Karp likens it to America sleepwalking through history. It's a classic tech version of fiddling while Rome burns, except in this version, Rome is literally being hacked by state-sponsored cyber armies. Karp, a philosopher at heart and a lawyer for bonus points, has always straddled the line between tech CEO and big idea thinker. With Zamiska by his side, the book channels thinkers like Alexis de Tocqueville, the political historian who foresaw America's democratic struggles in the 1800s, and juxtaposes it with modern Silicon Valley escapism. Think about it. Why did Silicon Valley stop believing it could build dams, send humans to the moon, or create tools to defend Western democracy? Somewhere between the invention of the iPhone and AI chatbots, tech lost its conviction to tackle big problems. Or, as Karp might cheekily put it. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you've commented, let's continue. Why are our smartest engineers optimizing burrito delivery while the geopolitical ground shakes beneath our feet? So, what does this all mean for Palantir? If you're expecting Karp and Zimiska to only throw stones at their Silicon Valley neighbors, think again. Palantir, after all, has built its reputation on tackling some of the hardest problems, ones that Karp believes matter. From helping the U.S. military in Afghanistan to fighting cyber threats with Gotham, Palantir sees itself as the counterculture tech company, one that didn't abandon the state or its national security roots. The book, in many ways, could double as Palantir's philosophical manifesto, Why Technology Must Serve Higher Ambitions. Take Palantir's AI platform, AIP, for example. While most AI companies are busy monetizing consumer data or perfecting e-commerce recommendations, Palantir's platform has focused on defense contracts, government agencies, and life-or-death operational decisions. It's AI that can guide soldiers on the battlefield or help doctors in hospitals, not AI that just improves your Netflix binge experience. At its core, the Technological Republic explores two opposing forces, hard power and soft belief. Hard power, technologies and innovations that can shape geopolitics, project strength, and defend sovereignty. Think military AI systems, cybersecurity, energy independence, and national defense. Soft belief, a cultural conviction that innovation and ambition must aim higher than short-term profits or trivial comforts. It's about belief, big belief, in the potential of technology to uplift nations, cultures, and human progress. Karp and Zimiska argue that Silicon Valley has surrendered its hard power ambitions and lost its cultural belief in innovation's higher purpose. In other words, when tech stops believing in its own power to shape history, history won't stop for tech. Someone else will build the tools of power, and that's a problem. This book is more than just a critique. It's a wake-up call. If you're in Silicon Valley, you should read it. If you're an investor wondering where to place your bets over the next decade, you should read it. And if you're a citizen concerned about the West's leadership in a technologically competitive world, you should definitely read it. Karp and Zimiska are saying what few in the tech industry dare to say out loud. Innovation isn't just about disruption or wealth creation. It's about survival, leadership, and meaning. And let's be honest, the message hits home because Karp is living it. Palantir doesn't just talk about solving big problems, they're building tools to do it. Whether you agree with his company's methods or not, you can't deny that Palantir is a statement in hard power ambition. The Technological Republic is not subtle. It's a literary shot across the bow at the shallow consumer tech industry, and it's delivered by two insiders who have every right to call out the rot from within. It's part philosophical manifesto, part urgent call for tech leaders to get their priorities straight. And let's be real, while many tech billionaires are busy funding luxury bunkers in New Zealand, Karp and Zimiska are demanding something far more radical: conviction, ambition, and the courage to tackle problems that matter. Karp might ask, is there still time for a cultural shift? If Silicon Valley can trade its soft beliefs for hard ambitions, then yes, there's still time for tech to save itself and the West. If not, well, we'll all be swiping through videos of cats while other nations seize the future. And wouldn't that be a tragedy? The Technological Republic hits shelves February 18, 2025. Get ready, because Alex Karp and Nicholas Zimiska are pulling no punches. Let's be honest, Alex Karp has never quite fit the Silicon Valley mold. You won't find him rocking hoodies and hyping the next disruptive social app. Instead, Karp, with his eccentric mannerisms, hair, and penchant for quoting German philosophers, stands apart. He's not trying to be anyone's favorite tech CEO. And that's the point. Karp isn't here to play nice or fit in. He's here to challenge the status quo, like a renegade professor who wandered into the boardroom. Karp and Zimiska's book doesn't just call out Silicon Valley, it dares it to be better. It's like the tough love intervention Silicon Valley didn't know it needed. Because here's the truth, in every great story, there's a figure who disrupts complacency, who rattles everyone awake just when things seem too comfortable. Whether Karp is seen as the hero, the anti-hero, or simply the philosopher king who's had enough, he's shaking the table, and he's doing it with conviction. It's our privilege that God, the creator of heaven and earth, will bless us abundantly, make us the head and not the tail if we love him and obey his commandments. Please acknowledge him in your plans and he will direct your paths. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. If you have watched the whole video until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. There are 3 more important steps to build wealth. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you highly motivate me to continue bringing to you educative and transformative videos every week. Do not miss out on our future videos full of knowledge and wisdom. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support is appreciated so much. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Thank you. See you in the next video by God's grace. We love you, and blessings to you.